Hey guys. 10 minutes. 10 minutes after Matsuda Yasuki left the lab, he had arrived at a building with a door that practically oozed a grave atmosphere. He felt intense. He wanted to tell himself off for having such a stupid response, but the sorry guys. But at the same time, he understood why he felt like that. It was the first time he had entered the faculty building. This place was, so to say, Hope Speaker Academy Center. Although the facilities for the regular students were in the East District, it was the only place they were forbidden from entering. On his way here, he had to explain himself many times to the faculty teachers who stopped him. Inside the faculty building, there was an especially special place. Matsuda Yasuki raised his head and his eyes met the door to the room. The wooden doors were immensely decorated. It overflowed with a feeling that no one was allowed to enter them. The plate on the door read Hope Speaker Academy Steering Committee Room. It was as if this was the very center of the building, the center of Hope Speaker Academy. This room was a special place where students and even staff rarely entered. This was the only place no one could even possibly talk about without feeling nervous. But anyway, pull yourself together, Matsuda quietly cleared his throat. The atmosphere was so intense, it was almost impossible to muster up any courage. He held fist up and knocked on the door 2 times. Batch 77 of Hope Speaker Academy, I'm Matsuda Yasuki. He slowly opened the heavy door. Excuse me. The atmosphere in this room was clearly different to any classroom on campus. The ceiling, pillars, and walls were all extravagantly decorated. It gave a very heavy, dignified impression. Matsuda took a step forward. His footsteps were absorbed by the carpet. We are sorry for calling you all the way here. There was an unexpectedly light voice. It was the voice of Hope Speak Academy's headmaster Kirigiri Jin. No matter how many times Matsuda sees him, he always thinks the same thing. That guy really is young. When Matsuda thought of principals, he would imagine an old man with a gray mustache wearing a plain suit. So Kirigiri Jin, despite being in his 30s, looked younger. In any case, please take a seat. We don't expect you to stand while talking. In the center of the room was a large circular table. Around it were several antique chairs. Excuse me, Matsuda sounded the chair closest to him. It was directly opposite to Kirigiri's seat. The moment he sat down, He could feel the gaze of several people on him. Around the circular table sat four older men, each spaced at regular intervals, all staring at Matsuda. They all dressed in jet black suits and ties as if attending a funeral. Matsuda felt them evaluating him as discomfort flooded his flesh. "Do you know who we are?" one of the old men began. His voice was grainy. "You're the steering committee, aren't you? We seem to be in debt to you for your help over that incident." "What do you mean?" "Stupid fly." Sorry, a fly landed on my phone, guys. "What do you mean?" The wrinkles on the old man deepened at Masuda's response. They seemed annoyed that I avoided the topic. "You don't need to be so cautious. We know everything about it." Another of the old men spoke out. "We know you're the one who helped us interrogate the student who was first to discover the scene." The first to discover. As soon as Matsuda heard those words, his heart began thumping. After hearing that, he immediately replied, "Are you asking me to interrogate them again?" "No," another old man said, shaking his head. "We wish to investigate another student. However, there is a problem. Thankfully, this problem is exactly in your field of expertise. That's why we want your help." Judging from what they said, they had already decided. There was that kind of feeling in the air. "What if I refused?" There was a silence. One of the old men laughed, quietly at first, but slowly grew louder. Soon the others joined in. 2 people, 3 people. They were all laughing now. The laughter seemed to ridicule him, echoing throughout the whole room and stabbing him from all directions. "Oi, Matsuda-kun." Suddenly the laughter stopped. "Do you think you really have a choice?" The voice was filled with a condescending tone. "The patient you're treating, despite her absence from school, her health doesn't seem to have improved now." Matsuda frowned. "What are you saying? You're still a student. We'd rather not have you wasting time on a child that has no chance of being cured." Those words filled with cynicism. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Floated around the room. That is to say, we can't really afford to continue housing a student that will most likely not be returning to classes. This is a place to nurture talent. Those idiots who aren't up to it should just leave. But that being said, if you agree, shut the flip up, old man. What? Blah blah blah, you're only spouting flippant nonsense. Quickly, the atmosphere of the room changed and the tension rose. Why are you insolent? Matsuda stood up and the old man froze. He stared at all of the older men. No, there was a lot of anger and contempt to put into it. So it was more of a gaze. It was the look you gave an insect while stomping on it. "Drop out, idiot. Let me tell you one thing. I'm the only one who can call her those things. You should I said shut the flip up." Matsuda easily quieted the man by saying that. And then he continued in a soft voice. "People might call her an idiot, but she doesn't even bother to stick up for herself, thinking she can't do it. So I don't think I'd be able to forgive myself if I don't do it for her." He looked at the steering committee. That atmosphere wasn't really macabre or anything. It was just intimidating. How was someone who's still only a teenager able to control a situation with such ease? No, they should have already known the answer to that. It was the power of talent, and it was the power of Hope Speak Academy's hope. May I say something? A new voice came. It belonged to Kirigiri. Matsuda redirected his gaze to him. It's just that I would like to contribute a little to this conversation. Kirigiri put on a wide smile and scratched his head. His attitude seemed very laid back and relaxed. His momentum showed. Matsuda slowly closed his eyes, let out a large sigh, and sat down again. Having watched Matsuda do so, Kirigiri continued in a calm voice. Matsuda-kun, this is only a request. However, this isn't just us asking this. This is all of Hope's Peak Academy. The thing is, we like you to listen what we are telling you and help us. Matsuda stared at Kirigiri in silence, still trying to weigh what he was saying. Kirigiri glanced at Matsuda and went on. This is just a rumor, but having heard it, I think it may be more. After having covered that, he delved into the main issue. After all this time, I do not think it is necessary to explain what the incident is. But it may be good to stop on there to refresh your memory. He cleared his throat and raised his hands so they were in front of his chest. He glanced at all the people in the room and continued. I can't believe it's already been a month since it happened. Since such an appalling incident occurred at this school. It always seems like nothing more than a bad dream. But it really happened, one of the old men yelled out, interrupting him. 13 people, another shouted, 13 victims, and we still know little to nothing about what happened. How could this have happened at our school? Now that their voices had subsided, there was something Matsuda wanted to confirm. So then you still haven't contacted the police? Of course not. What would happen if we did contact them? How would that solve anything? This isn't simply a matter of catching the culprit. But what about the relatives of the victims? That doesn't matter, an old man interrupted. You don't need to worry about that. Judging from what they were saying, it seems there was a lot of things already happening behind the scenes. They must have been asking a lot of graduates in high places to pull some strings. For a place like Hope Speak Academy, of course, they have many powerful connections. But if a place like Hope Speak Academy fell, it would be bad for mankind. Fine, I won't worry about it. So then what was it you want me to do? You said something about another person you needed my help with. We need you to help us extract information from that person to help us clarify the truth behind that incident, Kirigiri said. Sorry, replied. You say clarify the truth, but aren't you trying to cover it up? Isn't that just a contradiction? Covering it up. Matsuda was the only student to have been told of that. He promised to cooperate with the school if he was given better facilities and equipment. In that sense, he was just another scientist. But that's not the real reason why he's cooperating. But no one besides Matsuda knew that. Indeed, it certainly sounds like a contradiction, Kirigiri replied after some hesitation. However, I believe it is a necessity if we wish managed to thoroughly hide that incident. There's still too many things we do not yet know. We cannot hide something we do not fully understand. So first, we need to discover the full picture behind that incident. We must completely cover it up, for hope's sake. As he said that, Kirigiri's gaze did not stray. We need to do anything we can to protect Hope's Peak Academy together. You have to sacrifice something in order to protect something. Though we're not entirely working together, that's what Masuda thought. So then, who is it? The student you want me to interrogate? Kirigiri wet his lips and answered Matsuda carefully. We did not mention this to you before, but in addition to the person you knew of who discovered the scene of the incident, there were two survivors. That's the first Matsuda had heard of them. Of course, we are certain they have some information on the incident in question. We would have questioned them immediately after the incident to hear their story, but we were unable to due to some circumstances beyond our control. Circumstances? One of the students never recovered consciousness and is still in comatose. The other student is fortunately unhurt, but went missing. Their whereabouts are still unknown. One is comatose and the other is missing. In that case, it's impossible to question either of them, but there's still some possibility. To summarize, you're asking me if I can learn anything from the student currently in comatose? Kirigiri nodded his head, yes. Learning the truth in order to hide it. It feels like there's something distorted in that line of thought. But in the end, this request was convenient for Matsuda. This might be your chance. This might be your chance to protect her. Understood, Matsuda finally answered. Please do what you can. Can you manage it? One of the old men had shot out of his chair quickly and was leaning forward with momentum. I can't say for sure yet. It depends on what they're like. But I will do my best either way, Matsuda replied bluntly and returned his gaze to Kirigiri. He had one more thing he wanted to ask him. What will you do about the missing person? I'm sure you don't plan to just let them roam freely. After a short silence, Kirigiri leaned forward and watched him. Is there something you're worried about? Kirigiri narrowed his gaze into a glare and Matsuda found himself desperately wanting to look away. No, I was just curious. Anxiety filled his voice. He tried to hide it though. But isn't it suspicious going missing? I mean, what if he's the murderer? The person who's in a coma couldn't have done it. That's just what I was thinking. At that moment, the steering committee began to mutter to themselves. However, Kirigiri kept his composure. Indeed, it is certainly suspicious they went missing in such circumstance. That's why what? Kirigiri forcefully coughed Matsuda's words. If we do not uncover the truth behind the incident, it will be the end for this school. The end? His choice of words caught Matsuda's attention. Perhaps there was something special about that student. One student's name in particular wandered into Matsuda's head. It was a name he had only heard in rumor. Up until now, he had only thought it was an urban legend or something out of an occult. But if that person really exists, then surely they have something to do with this. If that's the case, it makes more sense. It makes more sense to refer it as the world's largest incident in Hope-Speaker County's history. This could reasonably be called the worst. As that thought came to mind, a drop of sweat ran down Matsuda's forehead. So, that's it for this video. I'm gonna read chapter 5 in another video. So yeah, bye.